Hi, welcome to Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope Facebook page on YouTube. Probably wondering why. First of all, I started off looking at my Suicide Squad t-shirt, and then especially when the title of the video is called Man of Steel 2. Well, we'll get back to that in a minute. Basically, it's a wee bit of a clickbait. It's a wee example for clickbait for you. And I want to read this great wee rumour out. It's not really a rumour. I would say it's just somebody's personal idea for the future of DCU. And to be honest, I'd rather spread positive DC tidbits. What I believe, because it's the least thing it'll do. Will make you feel good, even though it's bullshit. Okay, now this is probably bullshit because there is no evidence there of who wrote it. In fact, I just came across it, and how come this person has somehow got all this knowledge, and surely Warner Brothers would have secured the information a wee bit better. But here we go. All right. The reshoots, and I'll stop by the way when I'm as I'm reading it, just to put my wee point across. And as I say, you can probably start off talking about the reshoots, and which we all know, it's just the norm. Okay, the reshoots for Justice League are being done to add more dialogue. After watching a rough cut of the film, Snyder and John decided the film could use some interaction between characters. This is when Joss Whedon was brought in for writing. Superman didn't interact much with other members besides Batman, and more dialogue between him and the Justice League are being added. Justice League will explain the origins of both Barry Allen and Victor Stone. Now, when I'm reading this out, I could say spoilers, okay? Just now, spoilers. But then again, I would be saying this is what's happening, but it's not. So if you don't even want an idea of what might be happening or listening to somebody's bullkish, then I don't mind that at all, then listen on. If not, I'll be just switch off. But after reading this, I thought, hey, if this is true, Justice League will explain the origins of both Barry Allen and Victor Stone. Aquaman's origins will be explained. Excuse me for a minute. Justice League will be explained, the origins of both Barry Allen and Victor Stone. Aquaman's origins will be explained in his film. Superman doesn't turn evil in Justice League. He spends most of the film in a state of limbo, purgatory, in which he speaks to Jonathan, Kent, Jor-El and Zod. Superman doubts about himself is what keeps him returning to life. A wee bit like the book when the return of Superman, and his father kind of goes in a coma or something like that, and goes and tries and gets his son back. Now here's somebody I don't know, which says Mama again, and don't know who that is, probably pronounced them wrong. If you know who it is, comment below. And Avon and Abin Sur are in the history lessons aiding the Amazons, Atlanteans and humans. Zeus also appears in the ending of Justice League. Not the ending of Justice League. Will set up future films. There will be hints for Reverse Flash and Black Manta. Darkseid will appear at the end of the film. Aquaman will be the only film in 2018. There's still a slight chance Nightwing might happen. They're still looking for the actor, and Warner Brothers is negotiating with Ben Affleck for a Batman cameo in the film. The plan to release the first teaser for Aquaman in November. Warner Brothers is planning a DC week that month, leading to the release of Justice League. Joker and Harley Quinn will be the main focus of Suicide 2. The Suicide Squad members are ordered by Amanda Waller to capture them. Eventually they hide inside Arkham Asylum. Inside the asylum, Joker and his own squad of Arkham inmates to battle Task Force X. Harley Quinn meets Poison Ivy for the first time. The events of this film will lead to Harley and Joker separating, and Harley leaving with Ivy to form the Gotham City Sirens. Gotham City Sirens will mostly likely film soon after Suicide Squad, due to Margot Robbie expressing an interest in stating a family soon. Suicide Squad 2 will most likely release June 2019. Gotham City Siren will take the Valentine's Day 2020 release date. The studio is aiming for a 2019 release date for Batgirl. Joker might appear in the film in flashback. The studio wants to portray Joker as a figure that has terrorised the Bat family for years. The Batman will most likely take the June 5th 2020 release date. Matt Reeves is taking some time off after working on War of the Planet of the Apes. Filming most likely to take place in the fourth quarter of 2018. Mark Bumback will be writing the script with Reeves. Green Lantern Corps aimed for September 2020. Flashpoint aimed for December 2020. Justice League 2 will most likely happen in 2021. The studio wants to wait for the sequel to keep some distances from Thanos and also have a larger hero roster when Darkseid arrives. Wonder Woman 2 will not be a war film, but will have a female villain. Superman's next solo film will most likely happen in 2021. However, Superman will appear in Shazam and play a mentor role to Billy Batson. The Flashpoint film was something Jeff Johns pitched to Robert Zemeckis. The story will focus on Barry, but it will feature all the members of the Justice League. Right, how do I find that? I find that good. Okay, as again, probably not true. Good idea, whoever came up with it. I like the fact, it was a good idea about Superman being in Shazam. Just like the book. I don't believe, Batman being the sort of Iron Man figure and appearing in all these films, only if it calls for it. I think it was wise to have Superman being in Shazam film and introducing that character or anything like that. And if that is the plan, then they've got it. I clicked on to Collider. Of course, I should click on to Collider Heroes, especially that guy who, most of them there, mind you, believe that Kevin Feige is the Lord and Saviour, he's not interested in Suicide Squad 2, and I'm thinking, I like Suicide Squad, it's a t-shirt, and I just don't go on much. If I was on that panel, I wouldn't go in and say, oh listen, I'm not interested, I don't care about Suicide Squad. That to me, okay, you can express your opinions, I'm expressing mine on YouTube, but I just don't go out my way and say, are you looking for, if I was questioned, are you looking forward to Iron Man 3, I would just say, listen, it's not my kind of bag. But if I was this DC Marvel fan, I just wouldn't go out and say, yeah, no, I've heard a lot of good things about it might be better than the first one, I'll go and see it, because that's what film critics are meant to be. These guys are meant to be going to these films and coming back and telling us what they think. I'm not looking forward to it, it's going to be rubbish and what. I went, what? Coming from Collider? No, you just say, you're meant to be an unbiased panel, and go and see these films and then come back and report if you like it or not. Not, oh, I'm not interested, because I see the great potential in Suicide Squad. The first one, I've seen the characters. Would I go and see a second? Of course, because it's because now they get a feel for it. They get a feel for the villains and stuff like that. They've learned some lessons, and of course the second one can be, and it's proven a lot of sequels tend to be a lot better than the first. Some people say Godfather 2 was better than the first one. Some people say Superman 2 was better than Superman. So they learn the lesson. Empire Strikes Back. So as I say, I called this Superman for the reason, because I just want to throw something out there, okay? So you heard in that about the Superman 2 and Shazam and stuff, and I had a wee idea. Now, you get these fans saying, standalone films, when are these films coming out? And then you'll have people arguing, well, they can't really have a standalone film now because the Justice League is there. You had Suicide Squad, you had Batman in it, and you had Flash in it. So if somebody big, right, somebody will have to be very big to take on Superman, to make it a big, more blockbuster movie rather than feel like a TV movie. So it would have to be something intergalactic. Okay, we had Lex Luthor, but also, in the originals Christopher Reeve movies, but all really Superman was doing was chasing a bunch of rockets, and that's as far as it went really for that, and the Krypton around the neck. So you would have to, for today's audience, really have to beef it up. So it would have to be something big, or does it? My idea would be Brainiac, okay? Now, of course, everybody's speculating, oh, well, that's what we say, we want Brainiac, but hear me out. Brainiac is manipulating some of the Superman villains on the ground, Toymaster, and Replicon or whatever, they're all the minor characters of Superman's villains on Earth, and Brainiac's got them doing what he wants. You've also got Intergang, right, like the Mafia Metropolis, and Brainiac's basically telling them what to do and stuff like that. So you've got that, and maybe have them somehow threaten Clark's livelihood. We have had symbols of Brainiac before with the three dots triangle thing in the Man of Steel. So it's only right that Brainiac would hopefully appear at some point in level. I don't care what disguise, but for the majority of the film, you'll have Superman running about as Clark Kent. And a lot of it will be as Clark Kent trying to cope with things. It's a wee bit like the death of Clark Kent. If you haven't read the comics, it's just about somebody destroying, threatening Clark's life by threatening to reveal his secret, and he has to pretend. So, threatening his mother and parents and stuff like that. It's a good book. Shows you, and so you'll have that for the majority of the film, and then at the end, Brainiac comes down. Now, so far, before, Green Lantern might not be there. So you have his spaceship on the outskirts of space. You're just above the Earth, not in a city, not anywhere. And being above the planet, Superman can fly up, have his wee fight with him. And because it's up in space, all the other heroes have got an excuse not to turn up. Because Batman's busy with Gotham. Superman, meanwhile, all this time during the film has been concentrating things around his family and around Metropolis, and you've seen him with Lois and stuff. Then the final fight ends up in space, and include Bottle of Candor, maybe include Supergirl in one of the bottle cities and stuff. But that's keeping it far, explaining why none of the other Justice League have jumped in to give him a hand. And then you've got the threat. You've got Brainiac maybe having upper hand for the fight, and for the last 40 minutes, and somewhere always lost, and then that's it. So that is my sort of idea of why Man of Steel 2 can come out and be good. You know, and there's people out there that has you know, Jeff Johns has recently came out and he was talking about Aquaman. Some people thought he was referring to Zack Snyder's take on the Man of Steel film, but it wasn't. It was just, you know, it wasn't even a dig at Zack Snyder. It was some of the DC fans out there did. And what I mean by that is check out the video link I'll put down below. He'll explain it right, because Jeff Johns is my man. He's the head of DCU. He respects that, I believe. You know, likewise, he loved BVS. But that is my idea on Superman 2 and how we can go about making a film without needing any help from the Justice League. Also, the Superman film could also be, you know, more about his relationship with his workmates, Lois Lane, Perry White, and get a real feel about his life. And also it'll be after the Justice League, after meeting Shazam, so you can see Clark. You know, I mean, how does Clark come back from after being reported dead? So we need that, and that's another reason why we need a Man of Steel standalone film. We need to know how life progressed after he came back, and not in the Superman status, but as the Clark Kent status. So let us know what you think about that idea. Let us think what the guy that wrote it and gave us all of that. I believe it was, you know, I thought there was a lot of good ideas in there, and I'm hoping that half of that at least is true. And thank you for listening, and be positive out there.